Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Rodney3 on Anime Real Talk TV, and once again, have my boy with me, Deadpoolzilla.
Hey guys, what's up?
And today we're gonna do a follow-up, if you will, on Injustice, and new characters have been announced, and get a general discussion on how we feel about it so far. And first we're gonna backtrack and we're gonna go back to Nightwing and Cyborg. They were announced a couple months back, I believe, or a couple weeks back. And, they look pretty badass. What do you think about it?
I'm not surprised by having Cyborg and Nightwing in here. They're both very well-known characters. And like we talked about the last time, we kind of figured that Cyborg would be in here since DC's kind of pushing him. It's nice to see Dick Grayson in here back in the original black and blue costume. I'm also liking the fact that they're incorporating his motorcycle from his comics in here as well. I think it's pretty cool, all in all.
Yeah, because a lot of people had problems with I guess how his face looked, Nightwing, and I'm like, come on guys, you nitpicking a little bit too much. But overall it looks pretty good. I really do like them sticks that he has too, and he has a move, or I guess it's a stance, where he can combine the two sticks to make a long stick or have them separate. I think that's really cool. The motorcycle super, I guess, a little crazy with it, because a motorcycle that can go back and forth that fast is like unrealistic, but it's all unrealistic anyway. So it was overall pretty good. And as far as Cyborg, it looked like he had some pretty cool combos. He had some nice projectiles. Like, he's gonna have a combination thing, so he got some projectiles. It look like he might got a command grab. So, I mean, he's a pretty, looks like a versatile character.
Yeah, the other cool thing is that they brought back the voice actor who did his voice in the Teen Titans animated series.
Yeah, because, I mean, this Cyborg looks a lot different than the Teen Titans version. And I would think that the voice actor would have to, like, have an adult voice, with this version, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just like, when I first heard that voice when he's doing the attacks, I'm like, I know that voice. I'm like, holy shit, same guy.
Alright, so next we're gonna go to Catwoman. Now, we know Catwoman, she's a basic, character or whatever. But I like her character design in here, and I like that they didn't go, they kind of went with the Arkham City look, but she has more like silver stuff, like more sharp things to use in attack and stuff. I don't know. Her suit overall just looks more tactical, more efficient. Like she has all these little gadgets or tools that she would use to, I guess, break into buildings and stuff. And everything that she has on revolves around some type of sharp objects, for claws, for crawling, for probably, making holes inside of glass so she can break into places. I mean, it looked pretty slick. She had a couple of nice little moves on her. I liked her character animation, how she moves as well.
Yeah, Catwoman, I wasn't expecting in this game, although I probably should have. She looks pretty cool. I like the moveset. I knew they were going to incorporate the whip in a lot of her moves. Like, I saw in one of the screenshots where she could use the whip to actually pull down stuff from the battlefield. Where how you could use the character to pick up something from.
Yeah.
I like how they use the whip, because that's what she usually does. She usually uses her whip as like an offensive and defensive weapon. So I'm glad they're incorporating that into her fighting style.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like, a lot of times when you see Catwoman, it's like you forget about the whip, or like the whip is very, you can mess that up, like trying to incorporate that into something or have it look, have the animation look awkward. It's a whip, it's like it's a whip, but they made it look pretty cool in here how they can incorporate that. So we'll see how it go.
Yeah. Another thing, like, I'm glad she's in here because I feel like a lot of people underestimate Catwoman, because when they did the reveal trailer on her, a lot of people I saw in the comments were like, "Oh, she's just a cat burglar. Why can't we get someone else?" And I'm like, dude, she's she's one of the, she's not like a well-known martial artist, but she can go blow for blow with Batman if you.
You know, you're underestimating her off the jump, you know, because you think that she can't do what she can do. She's very agile, she's very quick, and, you know, her speed in itself is a great asset and goes above and beyond what a lot of people can do. Add to that the fact that she got them, like, them claws, so she can, like, slice you up with the quickness. Let's move on to the newest of the new. We're talking Green Arrow. His trailer was released a couple of days ago. And I gotta say, like, they really did it, like, awesome. Like, his whole, I like the way, I like that they went classic kinda with it, and not with, like, the new, like Smallville version, you know what I'm saying? Because they could have easily did that. Be like, you know, kind of like the Dark Knight, but like Green Arrow, you know? And they kind of went, like, for his traditional with the beard and the, you know, the curly mustache. I was like, man, they did it.
I like it. I'm looking at the character design right now for Green Arrow. And I like that it's very reminiscent of, like, Green Arrow Year One or Green Arrow, the story arc called The Longbow Hunters.
Okay.
I like how they're really incorporating it's just saying that, you know, Green Arrow is not just an archer. He's not just going to be a long-range attack guy. And I'm glad they're doing, you know, they're using the bows and arrows. I mean, we had Hawkeye in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and a lot of people were like, well, he's just going to be good for long range. But, you know, I think with this, looking at this trailer, I mean, we've got him actually using the bow to grab people by the head and throw them.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I like the way he combos into, I like the way his combos work. He's kind of reminiscent of a Nightwolf character. You know, he can juggle you with arrows. He can, he seems to have like a get over here type move, like an arrow with a whip on, with like a line on it. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. He has some pretty decent skill sets. Like, add to that, plus you got the environmental stuff that you can interact with, which, you know, I'm looking forward to smashing cars on people. I mean, I really do want to see how that is. You know, I don't know if it's gonna get, you know, hokey or, you know, lame or whatever, but yeah, it looks like something that definitely could be, like, you know, a good add fun to the game.
And plus, you know, there may be, you know, one thing a lot of people are saying that maybe there's more than just one super. So maybe there'll be like one or two supers for everyone. Like, you know how there's always from Mortal Kombat, there's 2 fatalities for every character.
Oh yes, you're right about that. Yeah. I think I heard Ed Boon say something about it may be more than one one super move or whatever, but I'm not sure about that. I might be mixing it up in my mind when he was talking about Mortal Kombat or something. But you know, it makes sense, and it seems likely because of what they've done with Mortal Kombat that they might have a second option. You know, I don't know, cause you know, like a lot of the super options are when you have more than one. It's setup based. It's like, you know, some supers will be good for catching your opponent in the air, so you'll pick that super because when you super that person, you know you're gonna be hitting them in the air. Or, you know, some supers are more ground based, so you can combo, you know, into a super better if you use Super 1 as opposed to Super 2. So, you know, it would be cool for that variety if they put, you know, more, at least 2 supers in there. How about his voice actor? I thought that the voice, it sounded like he should sound, but I'm not familiar with the, you know, with how he's supposed to sound. He just looks like Robin Hood type, so he's supposed to sound like that.
Yeah, I have no problem with the voice in here. Although personally, I like the guy who was doing his voice in that Green Arrow animated short, that DC animated short.
Yes, I did see that, and that's primarily where I was getting it. Like, okay, yeah, he sounds pretty cool in that. That's why I was basing it off, pretty much.
I never really had a problem with voice actors in fighting games, but you know, if there's a story behind it, I'd like to hear something more tolerable. Like I did not care much for any of the voice actors in the DC versus Mortal Kombat. All the DC characters just did not. All the voice actors in there were just like, ugh. I mean, I'm not asking for like Mark Hamill and Kevin Connery every single time, but a little effort.
Yes, hey, that's true. That's true. I would say that Mortal Kombat had a good story mode, and the voices in there were I would say above tolerable. Not awful, but if you're gonna put a story in there, yeah, at least invest the extra money or whatever resources to get some good voice acting on there, because this may be I guess this is a whole nother topic, but this may be as close to a Justice League movie as we're gonna see for a while. So make it good, make it last, so we can get some mileage out of this until an actual movie comes out.
Yeah,
I don't. But oh yeah, on to the next two characters. You said that it's been confirmed that Robin and Martian Manhunter is coming?
Yeah, what I've seen, it looks like, yeah, Robin and Martian Manhunter, which, I'm surprised about Robin, and both of these characters are in here. I was really like, since they had Nightwing, I didn't think they were going to use Robin. I think it's Tim Drake Robin, because, I don't think they're going to be using Jason Todd as a Robin. If he's in here, if he's going to be in this game, he's going to be more likely the Red Hood.
Yeah, and I wonder that as well, because with DC in particular, you have multiple characters, different characters take the mantle of like one character or whatever. So particularly with Robin, and I wanted to get your take on like is it important to have this Robin versus this one? Like, why not, Damian Wayne instead of like, would that like matter to you, or does it matter if it's just Robin? Like, I'm just like, what is it that makes it matter whether or not it's Tim Drake or Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, whatever,
That's a good question. For me, it's, I think for characters, and oh my god, I just found out, it does look like it's, Tim Drake for saying now that it's Damian Wayne.
So he's gonna be a little snot-nosed, know-it-all asshole. Wish it may be more fun to play. You'll have like a little kid Robin on there. Well, we'll see how they make his character design. If that's Damian Wayne, he needs to be like kid size, like he is in the comics. Like that would be like baller, just straight up.
See, that's the thing. Like I'm looking on the internet right now, and I'm trying to see like all they say is, "Oh, Robin's in the game now," and they're not saying if it's Tim Drake or Damian Wayne. And
okay, so now as of this point, it's just hearsay, But we'll get into it when it's official,
So apologies in advance to everyone listening if I got that wrong. But hey, it's the internet; they lie to you all the time.
It came from the internet.
But I would be okay with either Robin or Tim because Damian and Tim. I'd be okay with either of them because Tim Drake was the Robin I grew up, and when he came on the scene, I didn't care much for him. But as a character, it's kind of grown on me, and I'd be okay with him. I mean, it's the son of Batman and the grandson of Ra's al Ghul and the daughter of Talia. The son of Talia al Ghul. But either Robin is cool with me. Both of them have very unique fighting styles, and I just can't wait to see what they do with it. But in regards to, you want to move on now to Martian Manhunter?
Yeah, let's rock that.
Jean Jones. This is a character I was not expecting at all. I thought they were going to overlook him, but, John is an underrated powerhouse.
I always thought that his power set, whereas other heroes are good at a particular thing, speed with Flash, different characters got different skill sets or whatever, and he's good at a lot of things. Plus, he can astral project. He can turn into different people. He's super strong. He can fly. He has so many things at his disposal, and I always wonder why, like, he wasn't a front runner of like being put in the limelight or whatever. But I guess, maybe people want to relate to human characters and not necessarily alien characters. But yeah, I always thought that he was like a powerhouse, so it'd be cool to see, what they'll actually, what moves they'll actually give him. I mean, he's gonna have probably a teleport. I mean, I don't know, he might be able to morph into different characters on the fly, or different like aliens or something. I don't know. They could do a lot with that character. So I'm glad that he's in here. I hope that they use his Young Justice design. I really like that one.
Yeah, I like that. That look too.
So it's pretty cool. I think they just slimmed it down and just trimmed it, streamlined it. But they're gonna put their their HD gritty graphics on there, so it's gonna look pretty badass. So yeah, that's a pretty cool character.
Yeah. Like you were saying, with all the different powers, this guy has an endless amount of possibilities you can use this character. I mean, he can stretch. He could probably punch a guy from across the screen. Like you said, shape-shifting. In fact, he could probably even use mental abilities.
Yeah.
In case anyone's wondering how powerful this guy is in terms of telepathy and telekinesis, he was able to recently in the Green Lantern Corps comics, he helped the Green Lantern Corps against these beings called the Keepers. And when he was done, he actually erased the memory of every single Green Lantern on Oa.
Yeah, because I remember that, and Guy Gardner was like, was asking him like, well, where can we find you? And he's like, you won't remember this even happened. And I'm like, what? He got power like that? I guess that's, I don't know. He just that deal. And at that point he wasn't like Justice League. He was just like, on his own pretty much.
He was part of a group called Stormwatch.
Yeah. But yeah. So he's definitely a character that got some roots, And of like every character that's also Joker and Hal Jordan are confirmed to be in there. Joker. I wonder if they're, I wonder if Mark Hamill, I know he's probably having a midlife crisis or whatever the case, not wanting to do Joker anymore, then doing it, then saying no. I mean, I can see as a performer or an actor or, an entertainer, you want to change it up and you don't want to be known for that. But I'm like, dude, you're old. I mean, you Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker, come on, you're gonna be legend forever. Just keep doing the voice. Stop saying, stop making people worried about you. Straight up. So
I'm okay with Mark Hamill. Of course, no one can take away the Joker, but I'm okay with different voice actors. I actually really love John DiMaggio's Joker in Under the Red Hood. So if Mark Hamill is not doing the voice of Joker in here, I'd say give it to John DiMaggio.
Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and is Kevin Conroy? He's doing the Batman voice, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that was him. You can impersonate a good Batman voice, but and plus Hal Jordan. Now I already I knew in my gut feeling he was gonna be in it. Why? Because he got to be in it. He's the number one, But they need to add another Green Lantern. I mean, I don't care who it is. I'm coming after the animated series, the Green Lantern animated series. I'm yeah, pick Guy in there, because he's awesome in there. You know what I'm saying? I was wow, this dude is on point. So I was yeah, put Guy Gardner up in here, and I would love to see that little crazy Green Lantern construct jacket that he has, an old school biker's jacket or whatever. I would love to see that animated or CG'd out in the game. I don't know. It looks anybody, or well, I don't know too much about Kyle, but I heard his constructs are ridiculous. So
before he was a Green Lantern, he was he drew cartoons for a living and had a huge imagination.
So they could definitely incorporate that into it. So even I know Hal was gonna be in it, but I hope that they're putting other lanterns in there, other colored lanterns, I should say. And even though we went through all these characters, then you got your base characters that were already announced. you know, Wonder Woman, Superman, stuff like that. So as of this point, this doesn't even fill up the blocks that are on the screen, and plus DLC and stuff like that. So, you know, we still haven't got any confirmation on an Aquaman. I think it's getting to the point where as though they're gonna have to like get him in there. And then his new book, his new comic, the new 52 comic, is doing pretty good from what I understand. People are like not sleeping on Aquaman anymore, so maybe the popularity of him will, you know, has risen enough for them to put him in the game.
My biggest fear is that I really am afraid they're going to put too many Batman characters in here. We've got Batman, Captain, Robin, Nightwing, Joker, and Harley Quinn. As it is, that's about, what, 5 or 6?
Damn, I didn't even realize that. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for Batman characters, but I don't want to make this. I really don't want this to be like a Batman-centric character game. I mean, yes, all the Batman characters are very unique and very cool, and there are so many that. I mean, you and I talked about like Killer Croc and Clayface and all that.
And you just named 7, and I'm like, well, maybe more would be too much on the Batman side, you know? I don't know. Me personally, I'm more of a Batman. Like in terms of rogues, I can name more Batman people than Superman people. However, I know the Superman people, you know, they got a lot of rogues in here. So, you know, especially when you're limited, I don't know what to set it. I think it's 30 plus characters. You know.
Yeah.
So you know they're gonna have to, you get your staples, you get your core people that you know got to be in the game no matter what. All right, get those. Then you start to branch off to other, you know, people in the universe. You know, some different colored lanterns, maybe some Lobo, some, you know, I want to see Red Hood in there. He looks pretty. I think he'd be awesome, like on a CG level, just to look at him bucking guns and doing what he do. You know, so yeah. I mean, I think overall it's gonna come down to popularity. I think, you know, I don't know. I don't know how diverse they want to make the game, as opposed to it just having popular characters. Because like in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's like nobody asked for MODOK to be in there. Nobody wanted MODOK in there. I mean, it's MODOK, you know. But, you know, they went outside the box and they just added, you know, some oddball characters, and like you can really do something with them characters in the game. So, depending on what type of creativity they want to put in the game, it all depends. I think it depends with DC on just popularity, I think.
Yeah, and that's probably the sad thing. I mean, like you said, with Marvel vs. Capcom, they put some unique characters. Like nobody asked for MODOK in that game, but we don't. And I'm sorry to say, but I actually enjoy using MODOK in that game.
Yeah, I mean, he looks cool. I mean, he moves so comically, and he's just like a block on the screen, and he just keeps you out with like shields and beams. It's like it's ridiculous, but yeah. You know, that's a character that is, you know, nobody really asked for, and you know, among you know, there's other characters in there, like nobody uses Shuma Gorath, but he was in the other game, so he got to be in there straight off top. Nobody uses Jill, which I think her animations and stuff look pretty cool, but nobody uses her for whatever reason. I think she has low health, so you know, they just threw a lot of different characters. But then you got the characters that had to be in the game. Like Virgil, you know, Dante. Oh, sleeper character which nobody asked for. Well, maybe people were clamoring for it, but Iron Fist. They put an Iron Fist in the game.
We're actually asking for Iron Fist. I was asking for Iron Fist.
Yeah, and when Hawkeye got put in the game, people was shitting on Hawkeye. I mean, some people wanted him in the game, but people were like, "Well, it's Hawkeye. You know, nobody likes Hawkeye." You know, but then people was going in on tournaments like going in with Hawkeye. Hawkeye, level 3 X-Factor, just going in. So
the other two characters that no one really asked for were Doctor Strange and Nova.
Yeah, a lot of people, they sleep on Doctor Strange, or I think on the tier list he's not as good. However, people use Doctor Strange and Nova. Nova got them one-touch kills. He can just, once he touch you, that's a wrap, you know? Power of the Nova Force! Like, man, I'm telling you, awesome. Straight awesome. But, you know, that's just an example of them putting in games. Now, it depends, you know, 2 different studios, Capcom versus, you know, NetherRealm. So it depends on the risk they want to take, you know. I don't know. Nobody likes to put characters in the game and they just sit there and just nobody uses them, you know.
Like you said, it's probably going to be popularity, but I think with someone like Ed Boon, who really wanted to use a lot more characters than he got to use in Mortal Kombat vs. DC, I'm really hoping for like characters like Doomsday. I mean, characters that are known, but not, but like, we're probably going to get like B-list characters. Like you said, we're probably going to get Aquaman, although he's popular, so he's bound to be in here. Aquaman, Doomsday. I'd really like to see, like, we're probably going to get Darkseid and all that, but it's probably going to be characters, like I said, it's going to be characters that are known, but not known to the general public very well.
Yeah, I mean, because, and also, like, I'm becoming wary, or, you know, of how many female characters they're going to put in this game, though, to be honest. Because, you know, every character up until now has been mostly male. You know, you got Catwoman, Wonder Woman.
And Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. That's 3 out of the whole cast that's been announced. You know what I'm saying? So, they need to amp, they need to amp that up, you know? So, I wonder, I would think that the next reveals will be female characters, you know? Big Barda up in there, or, who else? I don't know. I mean, yeah, Black Canary. Yeah, I was thinking, because they just announced, you know, Green Arrow, so I'm like, well, the natural progression, there you go. But if you're going on popularity, you know, I wonder who it's gonna be. Poison Ivy, maybe. I don't know. As far as, like, just the gameplay of the game, we can talk about that for a minute. Just the gameplay, how are you feeling about the combo system? What type of gamer are you? Do you like, are you combo heavy, or what's up with that?
I'm more of a, see, with me in fighting games, I'm more of a, you know, keep them off balance kind of fighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mix up.
Yeah, so...
High low, stuff like that.
Yeah, basically, you know, keep them from you know, keep them guarding. I mean, for those who are wondering, no, I don't use moves. You know, I give them a chance to attack.
Like Flash. Keep teleporting and hitting them up on, MK versus DC. God, man, Flash was so broken in that game.
Yeah. No, but to answer your question, to anyone out there who are asking, no, I don't do that. But I do like using combo moves when I can pull them off at the right moment rather than, you know, something delayed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm more of a 1-2 punch guy, special move. Like, I don't really go for like super juggles, but you know, the juggles look fun in here. Like, you know, you just juggle somebody and smash them down, and they bounce up and hit a car, and the sparks start flying. So it looks like it's gonna be chaotic. But once someone gets it down to like science and just starts going in, yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. So, you know,
I think Green Arrow, that prime juggle character, from what I saw of that trailer, because you saw a lot of his characters when he was fighting them, a lot of them were going in the air, and he was keeping them in.
Yeah, cause you know, that's gonna depend on his arrow, how fast his arrows come out. You know, if you can just rapidly push arrows and you can bounce them back in the air, I mean, it's gonna be ridiculous, you know. So I think that's the nature of his weapon, I believe. So it may be the same, a little bit the same with Batman. You know, batarangs getting, you know, sprung out really fast. He might could do some juggle damage. And Cyborg can do some. He got like a blast,
yes,
or like buster shot or whatever. So, you know, juggle potential is super duper high.
That sonic cannon is definitely going to come in handy for those who enjoy the long range attack.
Yeah, pretty cool. Plus, you got the little the stage interaction when you like press the button and like the Batmobile shoots out you know, missiles or stuff like that. You know, those little things are like, you know, pretty cool. So can't wait to play this game. Hopefully they'll come out with the demo, and we can get our hands on it that way, you know.
Probably get that by, if we do get a demo, it's probably going to be like probably during the holidays. Like that.
Yeah, because if you go to like E3 or gaming events and stuff like that, they're showing the game and letting people get hands on with the game. But you know, like in terms of the game, you know, the cast of characters they got so far, who are you more interested in using?
The one I'm most excited to play as is Martian Man, because like you were saying earlier, there are so many combinations you could use from it, just the power set alone that really make that character very versatile and very interesting to play as.
I like projectiles, so Green Arrow, he's looking really appealing. I like Green Arrow because you can control the projectiles. If you looking at the combo video, you know, he basically got an OTG move. He can, like, once you fall off the ground, he can like jump up, hit you in the air like a hop move, and he can like bounce you off the ground and keep juggling you. So that's pretty cool. So you know, with those, I like, you know, even in Street Fighter, I like throwing Hadoukens. So, you know, that's just, I like projectiles and pretty much. So, alright, so this has been another Injustice Gods Among Us discussion. Give us your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time when they announce new characters and new stuff and new DLCs and boom. Alright, peace.
Later.